At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Slade's the place for you!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present the state softball tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on an outstanding softball season. And remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
As the sun begins to set here from Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, it's time for Class 1A, the smallest of the schools in Iowa, but don't let that fool you. Small schools, big punch. The Class 1A quarterfinals are on the way here in Fort Dodge, the home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. We've got all the action as we've got the second game of Class 1A. The Collins-Maxwell Spartans taking on Fort Dodge St. Edmond. Good evening and hello, softball fans. Great to have you with us here from Webster County. I'm Ben Gislason, and in just a moment we'll have the matchup headed your way right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Well, a matchup today as we take a look at the road of how these two teams got here between a couple of regional champions. Both teams have had great success this season. Both teams yet to see each other. First matchup of the campaign for either the Spartans or the Gales. As we look at the visitors, as at least they stand in the brackets in Iowa, or Collins-Maxwell, we've got the Region 3 champions. They defeated Earlham on the way here, and a player that you're going to want to keep your eyes on here tonight in Erica Hogue. Hitting, pitching, leading, she does it all. Really as good as it gets right now in the state of Iowa from a softball perspective. The number 2 batting average at .640. You look at the on-base percentage, .722. Both number 2 amongst all classes in the state of Iowa. But on the other side, you've got a sum-of-its-parts team in Fort Dodge, St. Edmond. They're led by Maria Myers, equally successful hitter. She throws a little more power into her swing than you might see in Hogue's swing, but we're looking forward to seeing both of those two superstars go at it here tonight. Region 2 champion in St. Edmond, and they're looking to be the hometown club here playing in Fort Dodge. Should be a wonderful matchup here tonight as we begin the evening session. We've had 3A, we've had 2A, now it's time for 1A as we're getting set for the opening pitch here in Fort Dodge. Getting ready, and around the corner from this break, we will have starting lineups, and we'll have the opening pitch here from Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa. The Spartans and the Gales on the way next here on Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, Executive Director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We'd like to thank you for joining us for the Girls State Softball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing state tournament. This tournament not only showcases Iowa's elite teams, but the athletes competing here today are among our nation's best and brightest. And Iowa's farmers are among the nation's most productive. Our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the opportunity to recognize both, all while supporting and lifting up the Iowa girl.
With the help of the Iowa Farm Bureau, we celebrate students' efforts not only on the field, but in the classroom as well. The Iowa Farm Bureau is committed to your success and supports our organization and the Iowa Girl. Through millions of dollars they provide in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence.
As Iowans, we have a lot to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing here today or a fan tuning in, we all play an important role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations to your school on a terrific season, and good luck in the tournament games.
Welcome back here to Iowa Central Field in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Ben Gislason flying with you solo here tonight. Looking forward to what should be a show. The number 6 ranked in Class A Collins-Maxwell Spartans and the hometown team in the number 4 1A ranked Fort Dodge St. Edmond Gales, as we're getting set to meet all the players. Both of these clubs here in tonight's showdown. Collins-Maxwell coming back for their first time since the 2020 season, pardon me. They missed out last year, a loss in the 5A regional final to Martinsdale St. Mary's. Meanwhile, another appearance for Fort Dodge St. Edmond. They lost in the first round also to Martinsdale St. Mary's in the 1A quarterfinals last year. Both teams looking to punch their ticket to the semis. And let's meet the starters and all of our players here tonight now.
At 7 p.m. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches. For the visitors on the scoreboard, Collins-Maxwell. Number 5, Grace Kimberly. Number 6, Gianna Picciarello. Number 12, Brianne Picciarello. Number 13, Grace Kimberly. Number 14, Lily Baldwin. Number 16, Kelly McDonough. Number 20, Sierra Ruiz Genovese. Number 23, Grace Corey. The assistant coaches, Gene Birchmeyer, Tim Wilson, Emma Taylor, Alexis Rose, and Michaela Rose. Now let's meet the starters for the Spartans. Leading off, the sophomore, playing center field, number 3, Cypress Erickson. Batting second, the sophomore, playing shortstop, number 4, Haley Merriman. Batting third, a senior, the pitcher, number 11, Erica Hogue. Batting fourth, a senior, the second baseman, number 8, Emma Pastorello. Batting fifth, a freshman, left fielder, number 1, Jaden Peters. Batting sixth, the senior, playing third base, number 21, Vivian Kaler. Batting seventh, an eighth grader, the DP, number 15, Ally Kane. Batting eighth, a freshman, the first baseman, number 9, Ava Pastorello. Batting ninth, a senior, the right fielder, number 7, Hannah Kimberly. And the second player this afternoon, a freshman, the catcher, number 2, Kaylee Atwood. Head coach for Collins-Maxwell is Troy Hogue. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches. For the home team on the scoreboard, the Gales. Number 2, Breezy Crimmins. Number 3, Myra Lemon. Number 4, Ava Bradley. Number 5, James Rock. Number 11, Olivia Andrews. Number 12, Ava Andrews. Number 15, Lizzie Kiernan. Number 16, Ashlyn Swisher. The assistant coaches, Bill Myers and Brian Maxton. Now let's meet the starters for Fort Dodge St. Edmond. Leading off, a junior, the shortstop, number 25, Mariah Myers. Batting second, the sophomore, the third baseman, number 17, Faith Sherman. Batting third, a junior, the center fielder, number 19, Lauren Gibbs. Batting fourth, senior, the pitcher, number 22, Kaylee Henning. Batting fifth, an eighth grader, the first baseman, number 24, Torrin Helly. Batting sixth, a freshman, second baseman, number 1, Sophia Flynn. Batting seventh, a junior, the left fielder, number 8, Ansley Oswald. Batting eighth, a junior, playing right field, number 7, Josie Harvey. And batting ninth, a junior, the catcher, number 9, Adley Oswald. Head coach for the Gales is Bill Sherbrand. At first base, Harry Giovanni. At third base, Mark Shea. And calling the balls and strikes, Kathy Munoz.
as are our players, our umpires, our coaches. The stage is set for Game 2 of the quarterfinals here in Class 1A from Fort Dodge. Collins-Maxwell Spartans and the Fort Dodge St. Edmond Gales. For the sake of my win tonight, let's just go by St. Edmond for the evening. You're watching the 2024 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, we are investing in Iowa's future. Both the Spartans and the Gales hoping that a date in the semifinals is in their future. As we'll take a look at the starting pitcher for the Gales here this evening, hoping to bring some velocity and some success in the circle. The senior Kaylee Henning, record of 15-3-2, just shy of 150 strikeouts on the season, a 2.38 ERA. Henning, a great control pitcher, told by head coach of the Gales, Bill Sherbrun, that this really is the team leader, Kaylee Henning, and she can overpower batters, she can pick a corner, she can get the job done in the batter's box as well. We won't see her, though, until we get to the bottom of the first, which is where the Gales are used to being here at this complex, the home field for the Gales during the regular season. We get a look there at the senior Henning, who is going to be playing softball at Loras College when she's done, hopefully bringing a state championship pedigree with her there for those St. Edmond fans tuning in here tonight. Ready for some softball. State 1A action is on the way here from Fort Dodge. Hope you're ready. Opening batter for the Collins-Maxwell Spartans is the sophomore Cypress Erickson. Great speed, over 30 stolen bases on the year. She'll look to get on. The opening pitch is slapped to third, and an easy put out for Faith Sherbrun, and that retires Cypress Erickson. Up next, Haley Merriman, 375 average this season, hit an inside the park home run earlier this year. So you want to talk about speed in the 1-2 hole. Spartans have it. Just the second pitch of the game. That one comes in. And the second pitch to Merriman. That one's also chopped to third, a little quicker on the glove this time. Sherbrun, that one took a little more athleticism, had a little bit more sting behind it. That one came flying off the bat of Merriman again. Retired by Sherbrun at third, and just like that, the home side Gales have 2 outs here in the top of 1. That'll bring up the deadly Erica Hogue. 640 average on the year, a 7.22 on-base percentage, 6 homers, all of that leads Collins-Maxwell, a signee with Western Kentucky University. She'll be playing some college ball when her high school days are done. And she takes one low, but that's a strike. Count moves to 1-1 on the dangerous senior. Hogue's 2 older sisters, a part of state championship teams for this Collins-Maxwell High School. 2018-19, one of those sisters in Michaela Hogue was a powerhouse pitcher that led the Spartans on to those 2 titles. Their younger sister here in Erica facing a 2-1 count early on in this quarterfinal 1A matchup. This one's roped out into the gap. Will it get to the fence? Yes. Hogue's going to spin around first, and that's a stand-up double for one of the best you'll see in 1A ball. Erica Hogue with a double to start her state tournament. Extra base hits brought to you by Channel Seeds. Don't forget, that'll be the sponsor all week long here in Fort Dodge. So now a runner in scoring position for the Spartans, and to the plate comes Emma Pasquarello, another senior, looking to bring Hogue around. Pasquarello takes one inside from Henning. Count moves to 1-1. Emma, one of two Pasquarellos. Will see her sister Ava later on. Emma batting .349 this season. That ball gets past the catcher Hadley Oswald, and so Hogue moves to third. And here in the top of the first inning, the Spartans are threatening with 2 outs. So now Henning will try to work her way out of a slight jam here, if you want to call it that. With the 2-1 count to the senior Pasquarello. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. That one had some smoke behind it from Henning. Pasquarello was a tad behind. She'll choke up on the bat a little here for a 2-2 count. An early pivotal moment for the senior pitcher Henning. Here it comes, 2-2 to Pasquarello, and tried to get her fishing high, and the count moves to full. How about this for some pressure early? Fort Dodge St. Edmunds trying to seal a scoreless top of 1, but Pasquarello will go to first. Both pitcher and batter there fighting their way to that full count, but the early battle is won by Pasquarello. So now runners on the corners. That'll bring Jaden Peters to the plate. Peters, the freshman, batting in the 5 spot. Have to imagine Troy Hogue, head coach of these Spartans, excited about the future of number 1 in gray and blue. That one had a little English on it, looking for the outside corner, but unable to frame it was the junior catcher Oswald. And to second on that play goes Emma Pasquarello. .1-0 count. That one had gas on it as well. Henning's fastballs had some magic here early, as she caught Peters a bit asleep at the wheel. So now a 1-1 count. Again, Hogue on third. That one is hammered to left field and foul, not by much. Peters cranking that one down the line. It's about 4 feet left of where it needed to be. That would have brought both of the runners in. Hogue on third and Emma Pasquarello on second. Again, 2 outs, so all of this could be for naught if Henning and the Gales can get out of this jam. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and popped foul behind and off the backstop as the count moves to deuces. Peters batting .354, a slugging percentage of .608, so a batter you want in the box in this moment if you're rooting for the Spartans. Here comes the pitch. That one's easily watched as it went high and away. Another important pitch early here for the senior Henning. There is vacancy at first. Runners on second and third. The pitch comes in and is flown out to center. Is Gibb under it at the track, and she has it. And the hometown crowd for St. Edmund roars after an inning that may look a bit rocky on the stat sheet, but on the score sheet, no blood. As Henning and the Gales get through the first, they'll get the bats going next here in Fort Dodge.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people. who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
State softball continuing here in the Class 1A quarterfinals. Ben Gislason welcoming you back here to Fort Dodge. And we'd like to thank Iowa Central for being one of our diamond sponsors this year. Level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central's students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. Plenty of spectators on hand here in Fort Dodge. St. Edmond just miles away from Hazel Rogers Sports Complex here in Webster County and just about 90 miles southeast here of Fort Dodge, where Collins-Maxwell, the Spartans, call home. And with that, we saw the prowess of Erica Hogue at the plate. She doubled back in the top of one. Now she's in the circle where she might even be better. 27-3, third in wins amongst all classes, 364 strikeouts. That's number one amongst all classes, and a .19 ERA. Whoa. But she'll face the best that St. Edmond has to offer in Mariah Myers, the lethal junior who has 35 RBIs and 14 dingers on the year, batting just a shade under 400. She can beat you in a lot of ways. Transferred over from the public Fort Dodge High School here in Fort Dodge to the private St. Edmond, and has been a big, big factor in why St. Edmond is here playing for a 1A state title. She's watched a 1-1 count to start her state tournament debut tonight. Hogue to Myers, star on star. This one's chopped back to the circle, fielded cleanly by Hogue, and we'll keep tabs on that battle all night long. And Hogue wins the opening skirmish against Myers, who grounds back to Hogue for the opening out for Collins-Maxwell. With that, we have the sophomore, Faith Sherbrun, swings a big stick, I'm told by Bill Sherbrun. Happy to applaud his daughter. Excited about the future she has. Has power on every swing, and no surprise, the daughter of a head high school coach has a beautiful swing. Let's see if we see it here, the count 0-1 as she faces Hogue early in the night. Pulling the string, and Sherbrun was way ahead of that one. Speaking of beautiful, a thing of beauty from Hogue. Bottom fell out of that pitch. What a gorgeous, gorgeous pitch. Hogue's got Sherbrun on the ropes. Tried to bend one to the outside, and Sherbrun thought about it. Opted to keep the bat close to her shoulder, and the count moves to 1-2. Hogue moves it back inside. That one had some velocity behind it. So a 2-2 count now. Faith Sherbrun in the batter's box against Erica Hogue. Swing and a miss, and another K for the strikeout leader in the state of Iowa. And it was that spectacular, saucy breaking ball that broke outside off the plate and got Sherbrun fishing. So one strikeout for Hogue. 365 on the year. More speed on that as Lauren Gibb, who steps into the batter's box and takes a healthy hack, but she was behind on it. Well, clearly Hogue has the ability to beat you with a number of pitches. The speed on her fastball is noticeable, and I've already lauded her for what she can do with a breaking ball. See what else she has up her sleeve here. We have only seen her pitch to 2 batters. 2 outs here in the bottom of 1. St. Edmond and Collins-Maxwell. 1A quarterfinals here in Fort Dodge. That one is lasered foul. And the junior Gibb, who has not struck out this season a single time, now faces a 1-2 count. If anyone were to strike her out, you'd think it would be the state leader in Ks. 1-2 count, Hogue to Gibb, who's having a hard time keeping up. That one's down in the dirt. And again, that one was moving in a hurry off that outside corner. Similar looking pitch, although the strikeout pitch a batter earlier to Sherburne was a bit higher in the zone, but trying to get Gibb to reach over the far side of that plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Gibb just gets a piece of it. Feels like a fight for her life right now. Hogue has her best stuff working early, but if you're Lauren Gibb, there's a reason why you've made it here to Fort Dodge without a strikeout on the year, just laying the bat out there and able to get just a nick on that one and keep the at-bat alive. No score here in Fort Dodge. Gibb takes and swings and got just a piece of it. A good at-bat here. No surprise from the junior Lauren Gibb. Gibb batting .380 this season for St. Edmond. Trying to move that average in the right direction here against one of the state's best pitchers in Erica Hogue. There's that breaking ball on the outside, and that seems to be the magical strikeout pitch that Hogue is trying to work with here. She's already got one victim in Sherburne, but Gibb has done a good job hanging in there. 3rd straight pitch she's fouled off, and the count remains 2-2. Another 2-2 delivery. That one is slashed foul. I believe that's the 5th foul ball that we have seen Gibb get a piece of in this at bat. It's been a marathon already for Hogue and Gibb. Another 2-2 pitch. Yet again, it was the breaking ball looking outside, and Gibb takes a big sigh of relief watching that one just miss on the outside corner. Expert eyes from the junior there. So now the count to 3-2. Gibb making Hogue work for every pitch here. What an at-bat. Just a tremendous piece of hitting from Lauren Gibb, who hung tough and hung tough and hung tough. And she'll begin the night as the opening base runner for St. Edmond. Now pitcher versus pitcher as Kaylee Henning will step into the batter's box here against Hogue. Senior with 34 RBIs on the season. That one hit and run down the line. Foul ball, but don't tell Lauren Gibb that. She was rounding second. Henning takes a scan down the line at her head coach, Bill Sherburne. 7 state appearances. 2nd straight state appearance for St. Edmond. Here's the 0-1 count. Going on the pitch is Gibb from first. The throw was in time, but it was off the mark. Had that one been on the base, would have been a chance for the shortstop, Haley Merriman, to tag out Gibb, but Lauren Gibb has another stolen base. 44 for 44 Lauren Gibb is this season when stealing, so shouldn't be surprised to see her blast off on both of those pitches. Swing and a miss to move the count on Henning to 1-2. And it seems to be a night for the breaking ball as Erica Hogue has that thing moving. In our center field camera, you can really see the movement on it. We'll see if she brings it again here. It was breaking once more. Another hit and run as Henning just reaches out and lays a bat on it, fouls it behind the catcher, Kaylee Atwood. Well, undoubtedly, Bill Sherburne telling his team, let's make Hogue work tonight. Don't give her anything easy. Try to run her deep in every count. They've done that as that one comes low, and now stealing for third is Gibb. Make it a perfect 45 for 45. Electrifying speed from 19 in white and green. Or should I say Kelly green and white. So just like the top of one, a runner in scoring position, yet again Henning gets just a touch on that. So another long at-bat. Gibb was able to just nestle her way into a 3-2, then 4-2 count and walk her way to first. She's ran her way to third since then. 2 outs here for St. Edmond. And Henning trying to bring in the opening run of the game. That one to second, it's going to get by. And an RBI single from Henning, who beats out the throw from right field. How about that? Cannot say enough about the last 2 at-bats. Not only Gibb to work her way to first via a walk and then steal her way to third, but a super job from Henning, who will be replaced at first base. This substitution and a pinch runner brought to you by IMT Insurance as we take a look at Myra Lemon, who will pinch run for the pitcher in Kaylee Henning, but that's called manufacturing a run, if I've ever seen it. 2 outs, and the opening run of the game goes to the home side, St. Edmond, and another steal. As cruising her way to second base is Lemon. Three stolen bases already on Hogue. If there's one way to try to get under a pitcher's skin, that's a way. Swing and a miss there as Torin Helly has saddled up into the batter's box here. First lefty that Hogue has seen here tonight. 1-0 game after an RBI single. Beautiful piece of hitting by the senior Kaylee Henning. Brings in Lauren Gibb for a 1-0 Gales lead. Now another steal, but it doesn't matter as going down on a swing and a miss is Torin Helly, but damage done to the relatively unblemished Erica Hogue. She gives up a run, and Fort Dodge St. Edmond has a 1-0 lead here as we head to the second in Fort Dodge.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Some grinding offense from Fort Dodge. St. Edmond in the bottom of one has the Gales up 1-0 here in Fort Dodge. Ben Gislason bringing you back inside of Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex here in Fort Dodge. Great to have you with us here this evening. Spartans at the plate for the second time, and a fly ball out to right off of the bat of Vivian Kaler. And just like it was in the top of one, the top of two, an opening out for the pitcher Kaylee Henning. That'll bring up Adelaide Kane, an 8th grader. What an eye-opening experience this must be for the designated player. You talk to anybody who's been to a state tournament early in their career in any sport, and they'll talk to some who looked at it and went, well, if we don't win it in our first try, I'm only an 8th grader, I have plenty more years left to try it again, but you don't always get back. You have to take advantage of every opportunity you get here. So hard to get to Fort Dodge. So many great softball teams around the state. And a great pitch on the outside from Henning, and a quick start on the wrong side of the batter's box there for Adelaide Kane. The 8th grader goes down, and the first strikeout of the night for the senior Henning. Now Ava Pasquarello, the freshman first baseman, will step into the batter's box. Henning brings one high and outside for a 1-0 count. You're watching the 2024 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Strike comes in to go to a 1-1 count. Such a fabulous week here presented by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. They do just a superb job. What a buzz there is around not only the complex here, the different ballparks, clean, energetic. The hype, the buzz is fantastic. But even around the city, when you drive in, you see signs everywhere welcoming the state high school softball crowd. Fort Dodge relishes this opportunity to be the home of the state tournament, and pun intended, they knock it out of the park. Hitters count here to the freshman Pasquarello here in the top of the second. Spartans trailing the Gales by 1. Pasquarello takes one on the inside corner. Nice pitch from Henning. She's had a handful of full counts already. Both teams have really made both pitchers work early in this game. And that one just misses, boy, not by much. As Hadley Oswald spins around to have a quick look at the home plate umpire, Kathy Munoz. Oswald maybe thought that one might ring up. Pasquarello instead. Munoz sends 9 in gray to first, and now with 2 outs, the Spartans will bring up Hannah Kimberly. Kimberly on the year batting .282. Trying to move along the runner from first and bring back up the top of the order. Due up is the catcher, Kaylee Atwood. Should Kimberly keep this inning alive. Senior right fielder, a 1-1 count against the senior pitcher, Henning. That one spins in the dirt. Catcher Oswald unable to field it cleanly, and so the freshman Pasquarello makes her way to second base. Well, it has felt like a small ball night so far. Both teams have been aggressive on the base paths. They have made these pitchers do exactly that, pitch. Despite there being just one run in this game, it's felt like a lengthy one already because there's been so many at-bats that have been long at-bats, as that one's blasted to third, but a great grab. It's been a busy corner for Faith Sherburne. She's got her third putout, and that ends the inning for the Gales. They'll head to the plate and try to extend their lead. They're up 1-0, taking on Collins-Maxwell here in Fort Dodge.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Ladies, the place for you!
Continuing coverage of state softball here in the state of Iowa on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mediacom, as we cruise into the bottom of the second inning. But back in the top of the second, a hot shot to third, no problem for Faith Sherburne, the sophomore. Snaps that glove. She's been putting down Spartans all evening long so far. And now the Gales will try to extend their lead, already up 1-0. And Sophia Schlins will tap one to the pitcher Hogue, and that's the opening out of the inning. So Schlins goes down. That'll bring Ansley Oswald, the junior left fielder, to the plate. Oswald has the most singles in a Gales uniform this season with 27, batting .423. Nice average to have near the bottom of your lineup. Hogue takes a scan at her wrist where she's got some signs down, and she'll throw to that outside corner again. Really just tempting batters to try to go the other way, which those who can do that with command at any level of softball can play for a long time. And right now, Hogue is really daring batters to try to reach out and touch those pitches that break away towards the outside of the plate. That one breaks down into the dirt. Lots of breaking balls here this evening from Hogue. Right now, they were double checking there with the home plate umpire, Kathy Munoz, that indeed did get nicked by the bat of Ansley Oswald. Otherwise, that would have been a called strike 3 throw out at first. So instead, 1-2 remains. Hogue versus Oswald. Inside as Oswald jumps back. Bottom of 2 here from Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, St. Edmond and Collins-Maxwell. And this one is blooped out into right field, and under it is Kimberly for the second out of the inning here for the Spartans. Josie Harvey coming into the batter's box. Birthday today for number 7. So a happy birthday to Josie. Stumbled on that running around prior to the game, making sure I had some name pronunciations correctly, and that was the first thing that I was told before I even got any name pronunciations was, don't forget to wish Josie a happy birthday, the junior. Birthday girl in an 0-1 count, tries to lay down a bunt, ended up looking more like a slap single attempt as it went soaring foul. High rising pitch there from Hogue that came flying off the bunt attempt there from Harvey. And so Harvey batting .231 on the season. Looking here to try and be the opening runner on base for St. Edmond this inning. The 0-2 pitch down, but handled well by Harvey. Happy birthday. And she's got the opening hit of the inning and her opening hit of this state tournament. Surprised to see that pitch even be remotely hittable. You wonder if Hogue maybe didn't quite put that where she wanted to. We've seen her already when she's had some counts in her favor, 0-2, 1-2, send balls diving down into the dirt. Might have been what she was trying to do there. Ended up being just high enough as a bunt attempt is faked. Now a steal coming, attempt from first. The throw was in time, the ball was not caught. So a good throw from the catcher Atwood. And Merriman just bobbled the ball. Had that been caught, the tag was on. That would have been, I believe, a throw out at second. But it stands instead as a stolen base for Josie Harvey. And now with Hadley Oswald, the junior catcher at the plate, 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Oswald, a fly ball that is foul, which will bring the count to 0-2, and see where Hogue tries to put this one. And with a runner on second and the splendid Mariah Myers due up next unless Hogue can retire Oswald, a big out at the plate here in number 9 in Kelly Green and White. Here's the 0-2 delivery. That one's low and knocked to short. Merriman has it. The throw to first is in time. And a breath of relief from Hogue and the Spartans as that'll bring the dangerous Myers up in the third without any runners on base. One stranded still, though. St. Edmond headed to break here in Fort Dodge.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Top of 3 here from Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sport Complex in Webster County. Welcome back to our continuing coverage of the high school softball state tournament here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Ben Gislason with you here on truly a fine evening in central Iowa. 1-0 lead for the home team, both on the bracket and in truth. The home field here on Iowa Central Field for Fort Dodge St. Edmond. Looking comfortable right now, but only a 1-run lead as the 1-0 count ends up outside. Cypress Erickson at the plate here for the Spartans. A 1-1 count to the leadoff hitter. She slaps one towards short. Myers was well in from her typical short position, ready for that slap, and she slings it to first. Nice play there by the junior shortstop. And so Erickson 0 for 2 to start her state tournament. Haley Merriman now knocks one right up the middle, right off the opening pitch. A first pitch hitter there in the sophomore. I talk to batters and you'll hear them say there are hitters that just love to jump on that first pitch. So many times pitchers will give you one of their maybe most simplest or truest pitches in the opening throw because they want to grab that opening pitch strike, and if you're ready for it like Merriman was there, you can do what she did. Knock one right back up the middle for her first hit of the day. And that'll bring up Hogue, who had a double back in the first inning. So Hogue, who ripped one into the right center field gap. A 1-0 count to 11 in gray, and she'll take one inside. One to the sensational senior. That one scolded to short. Ouch, off the shoulder of Sherbrun. Oh, that's why they call it the hot corner, but boy, oh boy, that one was roped. And it bounded right in front of Sherbrun and went hard up off her left shoulder. That'll be a single and moves Merriman on to second. So now runners on first and second as not only Coach Sherbrun coming out here, but you've also got third base coach and head coach Troy Hogue there making sure that Faith Sherbrun's okay. Well, that was a terrific play from Sherbrun to get in front of that. You talk about sacrificing the body. That thing came just soaring off the bat, and had that not hit Sherbrun's shoulder, that was going to be down the line and would undoubtedly have been an extra base hit. And with the speed of Merriman on first, she very well may have come around to score. So a moment that could very well pay off in a big way for the Gales. That, of course, assuming that Sherbrun can play through what will likely be a big-time bruise on her shoulder. You just hope that's all that comes of that, as that ball had some serious sting on it. St. Edmunds fans watching quietly and hopefully. And important to point out, catching arm, not throwing arm. If you had to pick one to get a big black and blue bruise on, you'd pick the catching arm. And so Sherbrun's going to play a little pitch and catch here with Torrin Helly, the first baseman who's come over here, and Sherbrun says, I'm ready to go. Well, for those of you who don't know, my background is in hockey broadcasting, working for the American Hockey League's Iowa Wild down in Des Moines, Iowa. And in that sport, you talk a lot about sacrificing the body for your team. Well, this is an example of sacrificing your body for the team in softball. And softballs and hockey pucks are about the exact same when it comes to how hard they are. And so that one will sting, and Sherbrun says, I'm ready to play on. And so kudos there to the sophomore, no less. And she gets some love from Mariah Myers as well. Well, that'll be a single for Hogue. A hard way via the left shoulder of Faith Sherburne. So Hogue is now 2 for 2 with a double and a single, and that'll bring up Emma Pasquarello, who walked back in the first. The most runners that Spartans have had with less than 2 outs. This one goes to third. Sherburne called into action, and she throws the runner out at first. How about that? So Sherburne gets her number called just moments after taking a rocket off the shoulder. And she looks no worse for the wear as she fires down to first and throws out Pasquarello, a big out. Runners do move on, so now runners on second and third as Jaden Peters steps in. Peters flew out to center in the first, but she hammered one foul down the line that would have scored a couple of runs had it been fair. Two outs, and there's Peters again. This time it's fair. A belted drive down the line as 2 runs come in for the Spartans. It's a stand-up double for the freshman Jaden Peters and a couple of RBIs to boot. Extra base hit brought to you by Channel Seeds. Also, we've got a substitution coming in as well, which is also brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Jaden Peters, a marvelous piece of hitting, and you think back to that rope she hit foul in the first. She said, just straighten it out a little bit. Well, did she ever. That one was pulverized. So 1 for 2 day with 2 RBIs for Peters. And another smashed hit, but in time at center is Lauren Gibb. Was told before the game about her range and speed. We saw it there. That one came hot off the bat of Vivian Kaler. However, the lead has changed, as has the game. A rope double by Jaden Peters gives Collins-Maxwell their first lead here at the state tournament in Fort Dodge. It's 2-1 Spartans over the Gales, headed to the bottom of 3.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
2-1 lead here for the Spartans over the Gales here in Fort Dodge. And a reminder that fans' official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Get your smartphones out, scan that QR code on your screen right now, or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. Speaking of style and swagger, Mariah Myers has plenty of that. One of the most powerful hitters you'll see in 1A softball in the state of Iowa. And she is just able to get that over the outstretched glove of shortstop Haley Merriman. And so Myers has her opening hit of the tournament. And of all the power and pomp and circumstance we've heard about her ability to smash the ball, that one was a Texas leaguer just finding the green out there past Merriman. So a single from Myers. She moves to 1 for 2. And behind her is Faith Sherbrun. Lays down a bunt. Myers goes from first. Is the throw in time? No. Well, Atwood's been oh so close now on 3 tries. The last time she threw down, it should have been an out. Merriman bobbled the throw. That one was just a hair behind as Myers is able to get in there for a stolen base. And so Myers goes to second, unable to lay down the bunt there, which was the reason for the throwdown with Sherburne. She'll lay down another bunt. This time she pulls back as the pitch comes in high with some heat. See how Sherburne's swing, if all, is affected by that shot she took off the shoulder a half inning ago. This bunt, perfect. Myers goes to third. Sherburne doesn't make it to first in time, but just a single out, and the tying run is 1 base away from making it a 2-2 score. So a sac bunt for the sophomore. Sherburne is retired. And Lauren Gibb will step to the plate. She scored opening run of the game after walking in a marvelous at-bat against Hogue back in the first inning. Here's a fly ball to center. Myers getting set to tag, and here comes the throw. It's outside. Myers will slide in anyway. And kudos for Gibb, who does her job and ties the game with a sacrifice fly. Lauren Gibb having herself a nice day already. The run scored and now an RBI. I think the term for that is textbook. Cypress Erickson did a good job there of using that momentum to carry herself towards home plate. She then rifled it home. Nothing wrong with the velocity of it, just didn't quite paint it where she needed to put it on the plate, and so nothing the catcher Atwood could do with it. Myers scores in a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the third. We'll have the final 1A quarterfinal of the night. Remsen St. Mary's and Sigourney, who were both here last year in Fort Dodge. Blake Walker will join me for the nightcap game later on in our evening. Great to have you with us here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mediacom, a 2-2 game. I'm Ben Gislason. We've got Justin Wolber producing our show here tonight. Our great camera operators as well. Real pleasure to be here, and couldn't draw up better weather, I don't think. As Kaylee Henning is at the plate, RBI single back in the first. My second year here with the Girls Union Network covering softball, and thoroughly enjoyed last year as Henning bloops one to second base. And I'll continue that thought as we move into the fourth. A 2-2 game, more small ball as St. Edmond ties it up. To the plate go the Spartans next here in Fort Dodge.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
2-2 here in the top of 4. Looking forward to some more grinding softball. It's been old school softball here this evening, where both teams have really had to manufacture their way to the scoreboard. Ben Gislason here with you from Fort Dodge as the Collins-Maxwell Spartans step to the plate. Two up here, Kane, Ava Pasquarello, and Hannah Kimberly right now. Adelaide Kane will start off the top of 4. 0-1 count as Henning rocks and fires and make it 1-1. To continue my thoughts, if you were with us before the break, my second tour of duty here at Fort Dodge, I've just thoroughly enjoyed getting to be a part of it. And I've heard horror stories about the weather prior years to when I got here. Last year it was delightful, at least for the days I was here, and right now we're in the mid to high 70s as a high pitch sits down Adelaide Kane for a 1-out, open to the inning for St. Edmond, but very grateful that I jumped on when I did, because as a hockey broadcaster, you're not used to having to deal with weather. That's an unknown thing. You're always inside. Wind's another factor, but we'll save that for later in the game. So Adelaide Kane goes down. Ava Pasquarello, who walked back in the second, here in the fourth, nubs this one off the backstop for a count of 0-2. Pasquarello, a 4-sport athlete. Talk about athleticism, however. Her older sister Emma, have been told, is the better pickleball player. And Pasquarello goes down as a beautiful breaking ball from Henning earns her a second strikeout of the day. Hannah Kimberly, who lined out to third back in the second inning, will try to start a 2-out rally here in the top of 4. Henning has been grooving here in this inning. Another one with some spin on it, comes in high. Watching it go is Kimberly for a 2-0 count, getting ahead here on the senior Henning. (2-0) to Kimberly, and that one's a strike. To the applause of the Gales faithful here on their home field. 2-1 count. That one's on the corner. Painting it is Henning, who after a couple of quick outs hit a bit of a speed bump, but she's cruising again here, back to a 2-2 count as she claws back. Trying to sit down the side. This one's popped over the head of third, and Myers isn't able to get there, and rolling from first. Kimberly is going to be stuck in the mud as she turned and wasn't quite sure. And a bit of frustration there from Troy Hogue, the head coach at third. He was trying to send Kimberly around after you couldn't have picked a better place for that ball to land. It was just too hard of a play for Myers to get to. Incredible athleticism to even get there from short. Kimberly had a chance as that ball went spiraling off of Myers, who then fell. She could have gone to second, but able to do her job at the bottom of the order, the senior Kimberly. She's made her way to first. 2 outs, and now the top of the order in Cypress Erickson, who, as far as leadoff hitters go, is due. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Going from first is Kimberly. No throw down, as boy, did the right fielder get a jump on that. And an 0-2 count now to the center fielder, Cypress Erickson. See what Henning chooses to go with. Way ahead in the count. High, and gets Erickson with the high cheese 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes, and another strikeout for Henning, who keeps this game locked at 2, headed to the bottom of 4 as the Gales get the bat going next.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
State softball here in Fort Dodge, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Welcome back here to the Girls Union Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. Heading to the bottom of 4, the home side, the St. Edmond Gales are looking to put a few balls out into the short grass here from Iowa Central Field in Fort Dodge, and due up for the Gales is Torin Helly, Sophia Schlins, and Ansley Oswald here in the bottom of 4. Helly struck out her first at bat, number 2 of the day. She showed bunt on the first pitch and got a ball. She shows bunt again, and this time it's a strike from Erica Hogue. Hogue had 2 strikeouts in the first inning, but since then, St. Edmond has been able to foil her on her K attempts. Strikeout leader in the state of Iowa is 1 more strike away from her 3rd of the game, as a check swing is called a strike by the home plate umpire Kathy Munoz, and it's a 1-2 count to the 8th grader Torin Helly. Another one that rises high out of the zone. Helly watches this one go. Two-two count. Leadoff hitter of the inning is the 8th grader Helly. She swings and she misses. Number 3 for Erica Hogue, and an opening out for the Spartans. With that, the freshman second baseman Sophia Schlins steps into the batter's box. Ground out to Hogue, the pitcher, back in the 2nd inning. That one's low with some zip on it. A swing and a tap foul for an 0-1 count. Not sure if you can see it from the center field camera, but one of the things that jumped out to me in my first tour of duty here last year at the state softball tournament, the different hairstyles. Pink hair, dyed pink for this tournament for Sophia Schlins. Love that, love the style. Sometimes you'll see teams have a full theme. Other times players take more individual flair. Seems like both of these teams taking more of the individual side than the top to bottom of the order. Same theme. Schlins way ahead of that one. And Hogue makes it 1-2. Seems like these pitchers are starting to find their groove a little bit here in the middle innings. At bat's not going quite as long as Hogue misses low and away for a 2-2 count. The freshman Schlins trying to take this count the distance, as many of her teammates have done to Hogue already in this 4-inning game. 2-2 pitch. This one is pop to short, no trouble for Merriman, and it's 2 outs just like that for the Spartans. Two outs now for Ansley Oswald, junior left fielder who flew out to right earlier on in the second. And this one goes into the air, and a bit of a difficult play at short there. Merriman, who had to backpedal, did a good job showing her range at short. Back-to-back putouts from the shortstop Merriman, and a quick inning for Hogue and the Spartans as we'll head to the top of 5, still locked at 2 here at Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Central College, official sponsor of our tournament here. Great to have them with us again. And a reminder to level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. Top of 5, Spartans and Gales deadlocked at 2 here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mediacom. An official final as a bunt is laid down to third. Sherbrun guns down the runner over at first. What a throw that was. Wow, was that a rocket. Sherbrun, who talked about it earlier, not a bruise to the throwing arm. You could tell as that one came flying in there from third. Sherbrun has been busy, as I was getting to before that bunt to third, as there's now 1 out. Martinsdale St. Mary's tops Edgewood Colesburg 2-1 earlier today over on Channel Seeds Field in Fort Dodge. So what that means, both of these teams want vengeance on Martinsdale St. Mary's. They ended both Collins-Maxwell and Fort Dodge St. Edmond's seasons last year. St. Edmond here at the tournament, and Collins-Maxwell in the 5A regional final last year. So both teams, as if they didn't want to get to those semifinals enough, a chance to return the favor from a year ago to a team that ended their season. Both of these teams want that. So with Merriman down on the bunt, Erica Hogue looking to keep up a perfect day at the plate. She's 2 for 2 with a double and a single, as Henning has a 3-1 count. And she throws a breaking ball in for a strike, and the count is full. And these pitcher via pitcher situations, a 3-2 count, must pay off to be a pitcher in the batter's boxes. You think, what would I do here? Here it comes, the 3-2 count. An opposite field swing, flown to right. Under it is Harvey, and Hogue is retired for the first time today. So the standout Hogue moves to 2 for 3, and another inning that is cruising by after the opening 2 innings, even 2.5 innings. They seemed like marathon innings, even though there were only single runs scored. And 1 inning of 2 for the this Collins-Maxwell Spartan team. Lots of long at-bats, lots of foul balls. Things have changed, though, in favor of both pitchers here in the latter half of this game. Henning cruising through this inning again. Now facing Emma Pasquarello. And Pasquarello fouls that one off of the netting to our right. Walk and a ground out today, 0 for 1. The senior second baseman now facing a 2-1 count. Curveball that comes in, grounded to short, and a great scoop at first by Torin Helly after a snap throw from short by Mariah Myers. That's a beautiful connection. The throw from Myers sparkling, the snare from Helly, a beauty. And 3 up, 3 down here in the top of 5 as this game heads to the bottom. St. Edmond heads to the plate, still tied at 2.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Back again with you live here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mediacom. And the bats have gone quiet here as the sun continues to set in Fort Dodge. And both of these teams hoping their hopes of a Class 1A state title will not set with the sun here tonight. As we are in the bottom of the 5th, Collins-Maxwell and Fort Dodge, St. Edmond gridlocked at 2. Opening batter of the inning is Josie Harvey. Single up the middle back in the 2nd inning. Looked for a bunt there and begins the at-bat with an 0-1 count. That one just off the outstretched glove of the freshman catcher, Kaylee Atwood. So a 1-1 count. The senior versus the junior here as Harvey takes one inside and a 2-1 count. Harvey, a state track 100-meter hurdler, also a basketball player. Can't love that enough. Multi-sport athletes, so many of them here in Fort Dodge this week. And also a great bunter. I've been told we've seen her try to bunt here twice. Likely will swing away now with a 2-2 count. Great piece of hitting. Harvey slings one into the gap at short and third. Fielded out and left by Jaden Peters. And a leadoff single from Harvey, who's having herself a day. And now for the first time here in this softball game, St. Edmond has a runner on with no outs. Harvey showcasing her abilities deep in the order. Brings up Hadley Oswald, who will show bunt and pull away going from first. The throw is just not in time. Skipped about a foot too early. It's a stolen base for Harvey. And now still no outs, and Harvey is 2 bases away from taking a lead late in the game. How will Hogue handle this pressure? This time the bunt is laid. Hogue deals it to first, and the runner has advanced now to third. A sacrifice bunt from Oswald. And now it is the top of the order in Mariah Myers. One of the grandest of hitters, and they're going to walk her. And that'll come down a bevy of boos from the home crowd for St. Edmond here. They wanted to see Myers lay into one there. 14 home runs, top 5 in the entire state. Understandably displeased to see her go to first. Although that's not fate that head coach Bill Sherbrun, head coach Troy Hogue, I should say, of Collins-Maxwell wanted to attempt. So now, still just 1 out. Myers will saunter her way to second. No throw down there for obvious reasons with the go-ahead run on third, which makes it runners on second and third for Faith Sherbrun. Sherbrun, who already had a heroic defensive play earlier in the game off the shoulder. Can she be the hero now? The ball gets away from the catcher and not in time. In time, sliding in was Josie Harvey. That'll be a tough pill to swallow for the catcher, Kaylee Atwood. It was a high rising heater that just got out of the glove of the freshman catcher. It's a big responsibility behind the plate. And the go-ahead run comes in. And so Harvey scores, and to third goes Myers. The threat by no means over yet. And an 0-1 count. That should move to 1-1. Here's Hogue's pitch. That one back to the pitcher. Hogue's got it with the glove. And a big out. As now it takes away the sacrifice opportunity there. Sherbrun's bloop to the pitcher means 2 outs. Lauren Gibb, who's been on once today with a walk, she hit a sacrifice fly back in the third. Can she drive one in now? That one's got power. Can it get over the head of the right fielder? It does. Gibb with a blast that got over Kimberly in right field. Could it be a triple? Sliding in is Lauren Gibb as she extends the lead to 2 with a rocket to right. A Channel Seeds extra base hit with some jam and some jump for the junior Lauren Gibb. Second RBI of the night, an RBI triple in the biggest of moments. And the first 2-run lead of the game. And now time will start to become a factor for Collins-Maxwell. The batter is Kaylee Henning, and that's a foul ball, so smart to get there was Gibb. You never know until it's officially called, as it was by home plate umpire Kathy Munoz. So the count moves to 0-1, a 4-2 score. St. Edmond with 2 here in the 5th has a late lead. Again, that outside breaking ball from Hogue. And just tapping it foul is the senior Henning. 35 RBI on the year. That is tied now with the team lead. Mariah Myers also with 35 ribbies. Oh, 0-2 count here to Henning. Another outside breaking ball. This time 22, and White lays off that. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Pulled the string and got Henning a bit ahead of it. That one flies to second. Under it is Pasquarello. And the inning is over, but damage has been done. 2 runs for Fort Dodge St. Edmond. And when we come back, the Spartans will try to tie things up. The hour getting late on Collins-Maxwell here in Fort Dodge.
Slade's the place for you!
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
As it sits now here from Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex, 2 more at-bats for this Collins-Maxwell Spartan team. As Fort Dodge St. Edmond added a pair in the bottom of 5. And with 2 innings remaining, the igniter for the Spartans, they hope, will be Jaden Peters, who hit a gorgeous 2 RBI double back in the 3rd. No runners on to bring in right now, but she hopes to be the first runner on base here in the 6th. Henning in the circle, who had a few sticky situations to paint her way out of in the early goings of this game, has been just delightful in the last 3 innings, but that is a powerhouse shot out to center. Went whizzing past the circle and Henning. Jaden Peters has hit almost every ball hard here tonight. Another one as she moves to 2 for 3 on the day. So just what the doctor ordered for this ailing Spartans team. Down 2 here in the 6th, and Peters is on first. She'll take a healthy jump, but stay where she's at. And speaking of jump, junior catcher Hadley Oswald was up in a blur, looking to fire that one down to second should Peters have gone. Vivian Kaler, who is 0 for 2 on the day. She's 1 for 1 in the count. One-two count now to the senior Vivian Kaler, 3rd baseman. And the pressure continuing to mount pitch by pitch on both teams here in the 6th. 1A quarterfinal ball. And a tick foul from Kaler. Beautiful pitch, and the throw down to first. Was it in time? It was, but just a bit early on the tag. was Torin Helly. A great arm from the catcher Oswald. That was lightning fast after the pitch that struck out Kaler. Peters almost caught leaning here. Look at the pace and the quickness to get that down there, and you can see it. Helly just going, oh. Had the tag but didn't have the ball. Fourth strikeout of the day for Henning in a crucial moment. Now sets up the potential for, if you can get it, not often seen, but the quickest of hands out between short and second can at times bring it home. A double play that would end the inning if Henning can serve up the grounder here. As Adlai Kane will step into the box and talk about a crucible moment in the young career of 8th grader Adlai Kane. Could she cement herself even further into this lineup with a clutch hit here in the 6th? 1 out, a runner on first, a 2-run hole for the Spartans. Kane takes the ball. One of 2 8th graders on the squad for Troy Hogue and the Spartans. Has 2 older brothers who play baseball as well, one at Collins-Maxwell and one at Ballard, as Adlai Kane swings and misses a big, healthy cut. Didn't get a piece of it, though, as that one rung in high and outside from Henning, as it's 1-1. 1 out here in the top of 6. Henning looks outside, trying her best to frame it was Oswald. It's a ball anyway for a 2-1 count. You can feel the tension rising. Another outside try yet again. Oswald looks to frame it and gets it. Took a bit from Munoz, who thought about it, but it's a strike for 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sprung to short, caught by Myers, double play! A firework ending as a blazing ball to short was nabbed and blasted over to first. And just like that, the great start from Peters and the Spartans is extinguished by the great play of Mariah Myers at short. Out of the inning are the Gales, and into the batter's box next goes St. Edmond here in Fort Dodge.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to Rogers Sports Complex here in Fort Dodge, Iowa, the home of girls state softball, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mediacom Energy Company. And the energy is palpable here tonight. And this game has been a wonderful one, intense to say the least, as we go to the bottom of the 6th. St. Edmond looking to extend their 2-run lead here. Every bit of insurance can be the difference this time of year. And starting the inning for the home side is Torin Helly. 8th grader lays down a bunt, and that just spun back like a lob wedge. as Helly sprinted down the first base line. 2 strikeouts on the day for Helly. Looking to play a factor here in the 6th. She'll bunt again. Tried to lay it down. That one sprung off her bat. One-two count after the second straight foul bunt attempt to Helly here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Erica Hogue. This one skied towards second, and a routine fly out to second base as the senior Emma Pasquarello retires the 8th grader Helly. That'll bring up the freshman Sophia Schlins. Ground out in the 2nd, a pop out in the 4th. Here in the 6th, trying to put some fingerprints on the game. Hogue's first pitch had some heat on it, and Schlins was behind. Coming up next after this contest, stay with us here on the Girls Union Network. Remsen St. Mary's and Sigourney will be dueling it out. Final tilt of the night. Here in the 1A portion of the state softball tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. I'll be here for that nightcap contest as well. Blake Walker will join me. That one in on the hands of Schlins. Fouled off, and a 1-2 count now as Hogue will look to strike here with 1 out in the 6th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one, an off-speed breaking ball that went high and outside, moves the count 2-2 here to the freshman Schlins. Fastball that tailed a bit. Schlins fights that off, and we stay 2-2. Sounds like that upcoming game, depending on the ending of this one, might start a little early. Potentially some weather moving in here. Not in the near future, but the far enough future that could play into effect of that last game. And an effective inside fastball from Hogue as Schlins goes down looking. So now Ansley Oswald is the last chance for this inning in an attempt to try to stretch St. Edmond's lead. It is 2 as we sit here in the bottom of 6. And a first pitch strike from Hogue. Off-speed pitch, and that got Oswald way out ahead of it, and a pop into the circle. Hogue puts the inning away, and now St. Edmond will try to put this game away. Heading to the top of 7, it's the last chance saloon for the Spartans. We'll see if they bring their best or if the home side, Fort Dodge St. Edmond, can put this game on ice. The potential final outs are next here in Fort Dodge.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
To the top of 7 we go, and a call for heroes from Troy Hogue, the head coach of Collins-Maxwell, who are down to their final 3 outs. Fort Dodge, St. Edmond in the driver's seat trying to put this game away. 7th inning here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Be a photo finish. The opening 2 pitches, 1 ball and 1 strike. As we do have a substitution, a pinch hitter coming in here. Kiera Ruiz Genovese has come in to bat for Ava Pasquarello. 29th at bat of the season, so a bit of a change in the cards here for Troy Hogue. Pinch hitter brought to you by IMT Insurance. Ruiz Genovese a bit behind there on that fastball from Henning, who now has the pinch hitter down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3, the out comes with some gas as Henning blows one by Ruiz Genovese for the opening out here in the top of 7. Fifth strikeout of the night, and that one had everything behind it. The next batter, Hannah Kimberly, and she bloops one into shallow center, and that is what the Spartans needed. Hope, and a runner on first. Kimberly's 2nd hit of the day. And now the pressure moves to where Coach Hogue likes it to be. The top of the order, Cypress Erickson, who is overdue. She's 0 for 3 on the day. Erickson this season among the 1A leaders in stolen bases, so if she gets on, she can really cruise. And the first pitch is a strike to the sophomore center fielder. 1 out, and Kimberly, the senior right fielder, at first. Erickson swings and chops one. Tough play to third. Smartly letting that go foul was Faith Sherbrun. She had no chance to throw the runner out there at first had she played that ball. So an 0-2 count. 2 outs remaining for Collins-Maxwell. And a high looping breaking ball that you can see Erickson, that SWAT style hitter. She gets her feet moving in the box and just tries to lay that ball into open space. Let that one go high, so it's a 1-2 count. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, slap to third, handled by Sherbrun. She'll throw out the lead runner. Cannot say enough about the fielding of Faith Sherbrun in this game. She's closing in on 8 or 9 putouts at third. And let's not forget, she took that hammering blast off the shoulder from Erica Hogue earlier in the night, played through that, and has put her team within 1 of sealing the night. Haley Merriman, could she be the final batter? 2 outs, the tying run is at the plate. Merriman batting around .375 this season, so she is the person you want at the plate in this moment. The 0-1 count. Pop to short. Myers is under it, and the hometown heroes of Fort Dodge St. Edmond are marching on a date tomorrow with Martinsdale St. Mary's, in which they will look for vengeance in the semifinals here at the state tournament in their hometown of Fort Dodge. What a grinding game this was. Both teams with plenty to celebrate. Both teams will look back proudly on this night, but only one team can advance, and it is the Gales, who breeze their way past Collins-Maxwell by a final score of 4-2. Some terrific performers all throughout the lineup. Great work at third base by Faith Sherbrun. You look at the clutch batting of Lauren Gibb, an RBI triple earlier in the day as well. Some great batting deep in the order from Josie Harvey. And how about the pitching of Kaylee Henning? Gave up some runs early, but really hit cruise control later in the game and never looked back. So Collins-Maxwell will head to the consolation side of the bracket. But a great season for them. Still some work to do and some pride to play for. But as we see on our screen here, on their home field, their leader and their pitcher, Kaylee Henning, stepping ahead into the bracket and moving the Gales forward. They will play Martinsdale St. Mary's tomorrow in the Class 1A semifinals. A real treat to have you all with us here tonight. A big thank you to Justin Wolber, our producer, as well. Myself and Blake Walker will be back with you here in actually just a few minutes as we'll clean the field up and get ready for Remsen St. Mary's and Sigourney in just a few minutes. But thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Fort Dodge St. Edmond moving on into the 1A semifinals with a 4-2 victory over Collins-Maxwell. Until our next broadcast sets sail in just a few moments, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Ben Gislason, bidding you a fond farewell.